everybody, welcome back. So it's been about 45 minutes. You can do 35, 45, so you just don't want it to over rise on your bread. But I just basically covered it with a clean dish towel, and I just put it on a little cooling rack just so air can come under it. And here is what the bread looks like. You can see that? Okay, so here's both of them. Okay, so you can see it kind of rose about, maybe about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch above the pan. That's kind of what you want it to do. So it's doubled in size than it was when I let it sit here to rise. So just make sure you watch it. This is the quick rise yeast, by the way. So it does it pretty fast, usually 45 minutes to an hour at the most. If you use the other yeast, which let me show you here. There's two kinds of yeast. If you use the active dry yeast, then this is going to take a little longer. So this might take anywhere from 1.5 to 2 hours to rise your bread. So depends on what you want, what you have, but either one works. So whatever you have, just again, also a reminder when you're using yeast, look at the back of the package, make sure that it's not expired. If so, this is a live organism, and it activates with the warm water and the sugar or the honey or whatever you put into it. But if it's expired, it's not going to rise the bread and it's not going to work. So make sure that it's not expired. This one is not, this one's, let's see, August of 2024. So I got plenty of time. Okay, so now the next step is we're going to throw this in the oven. So let's get our little recipe here. And just as they taught you in class, what do you do? So it says bake at 350 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes, remove from pans, put on a rack to cool, brush tops with butter or oil. So we'll wait and put butter on top of it once it comes out of the oven. Now, one other thing to know. I recommend one of these, an oven thermometer. Especially if an older oven, if you have a newer one, it probably shouldn't be as necessary, but you want to make sure whatever temperature you're setting your oven to, this one is 350 degrees, is actually that. So I have two of these things. This one I think may not be working as well, but I got a brand new one in here, and I had to adjust the temperature on my oven to get to 350. So it's weird. Sometimes it's a little too hot, sometimes it's a little too cool. So at this point I'm at 345, and that seemed to get it to 350. So just a nice investment if you're going to do any cooking, bread, pastries, cakes, any of that kind of stuff. So, okay, so what are we going to do? So I'm going to throw these in the oven, and it says, again, the amount of time, 40 to 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put them in for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to look at them, and then what I usually do, the last 10 minutes of the cooking, I put some foil on top of it, just so it doesn't get too burnt on the top. Okay, you don't have to, but I just recommend this. And then when it comes out, a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter on top if you want. You don't have to do that. So let's go and do this. Let's put it in the oven. Okay, so we're gonna put it in there. And we will have homemade fresh bread very soon. Okay, there's the oven, and that's it. So waiting again time. So. I will pause this for now, and I'll be back when we take it out of the oven, and then you can see what it looks like. So I'll be back soon.